Tonight on CTV News at 5, a jury decides the fate of a woman accused of killing her husband. Deliberations begin in Brantford in the murder trial of Elfgard Outred. Plus, a faster way to get to Stratford. The province plans to provide daily round-trip GO train service to the festival city. And a quick turnaround from the Soo. The Kitchener Rangers are back at home for Game 5, and Ashley Bacon is at the odd for it all. CTV News at 5 starts right now. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. First at 5, the fate of an elderly woman accused of killing her husband is now in the hands of the jury. Deliberations began earlier this afternoon at the trial of Elfgard Outred. CTV's Krista Simpson has more from Superior Court in Brantford.
It was noon when jurors left the courtroom to begin their deliberations at the second-degree murder trial of Elfgard Outred. The 81-year-old woman is accused of killing her husband, Gordon, at their Brant County home in November 2022.
Did you know this day was coming?
No.
Did you ever think that you would be arrested for the murder of Gordon?
No.
Okay. And why not?
Never would think of it.
During the 3-week trial, the Crown made their case that Elfgard killed Gordon amid tension over her gambling habit. An autopsy concluded his death was caused by blunt force trauma to the head. Family members, first responders, police officers, and various experts took the stand. Elfgard's daughter testified that Elfgard admitted to hitting Gordon with a hammer because she was tired of his drinking. While Elfgard's defense did not call any evidence, meaning Elfgard herself did not take the stand, the jury watched 3 video statements she made to police at different times in the investigation. One, the night of Gordon's death.
Is there any reason you could think of for anyone to want to hurt him or have any ill will?
That part I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Another, a year and a half later, when she was considered the suspect in his murder.
This is probably going to be the most important question I ask you today, okay? Did you kill Gordon?
No. No way.
And Alfie, why should I believe you?
Why shouldn't you believe me?
And another after she was arrested and charged in July 2024.
Alfie, he's eating his bowl when you strike him.
I didn't hit him. No way. No way.
Alfie, we're past that.
No, I did not.
Justice Aubrey Hilliard told jurors they had 3 options to find Elfgard guilty of second-degree murder, not guilty, or guilty of the lesser charge of manslaughter if they believe she caused Gordon's death but did not mean to. The 11 jurors are required to come to a unanimous verdict. Krista Simpson, CTV News, Brantford.
Well, it's day 2 in the hearing to decide the fate of the Victoria Street encampment. Today, the region and lawyers representing encampment residents arguing if the bylaw is a violation of the residents' charter rights. A previous ruling found the encampment could not be cleared until the region found a suitable housing alternative for residents. Today, the encampment's lawyers saying the region should consider an alternative encampment site. CTV's Jeff Pickle will have more details at 6. Well, turning to our first check on the weather now, and Ashley is back at the odd again tonight, this time for the Kitchener Rangers, as they hope to close out their best-of-7 series against the Soo Greyhounds. And Ash, the Rangers got off to a good start last night, but the Soo fought back to push for a Game 5.
That's right, Colton. But you know what? Winning a series at home sounds okay, too. Game 5 happening tonight after around 7 o'clock, where puck will drop. But right now, things are looking a little quiet here. The ice is back in action. We were here last night, of course, for the Titans when the hard court was down, and it's unbelievable just the change that the crew has to do. Now, the team itself took a chartered flight, so they were only in travel time for about an hour and a half, the team says. So at least they did get some rest last night and are apparently in shape and ready to go for today's matchup. But of course, outside of the arena here, it was a beautiful Friday with lots of sun shining, a light breeze, and certainly a place to be was outside. Spend it inside tonight, but outside earlier today. The good news is we are looking at nice temperatures for tomorrow. The bad news is the return of rain. Let's turn to Environment Canada's latest weather board for their special weather statement, rather. We are looking at another special weather statement for heavy rainfall tomorrow, potential for thunderstorms in the afternoon. Around 10 to 20 millimeters is expected. And of course, there could be some low-lying areas with flooding concerns. So do take care if you are out and about. As we turn to our satellite, you can see pretty clear skies. We have not seen clear skies like this over southwestern Ontario for several days, but we are getting more and more rain coming tomorrow. The good news is right now still sitting at 18 degrees, a south by southwest wind at 11 kilometers an hour. Around the region, temperatures still very strong, 19 in Windsor, 21 in Sarnia. So overall, Colton, things are looking beautiful outside, but shaping up just in time for puck drop at 7 here inside the auditorium.
Well, it's still quiet in the auditorium, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot louder when we check in with you a little later. Thanks, Ashley. And here's what you need to know. Royal City Nursery in Guelph is holding an Earth Day birthday extravaganza this weekend. There will be door prizes, free kids activities, and more. Details can be found on the Royal City Nursery website. We'll be right back. Well, Stratford is getting back on track with the return of GO train service this summer. The province announced today daily round-trip service between Stratford and Toronto will begin July 6th. While the service will make it easier for commuters and students, officials are most excited about how this will connect the 1.7 million tourists the city sees every year.
I think about our tourists. Our tourists are 1.7 million tourists that love coming to Stratford and frequently love to come by train.
Metrolink says ridership and feedback will help determine whether schedule adjustments are needed once service begins. CTV's Spencer Turcotte will break it all down for us at 6. CTV News has learned that the province of Ontario has purchased a jet worth nearly $29 million for what is described as the Premier's extensive travel within Ontario and the U.S. The Ford government bought a pre-owned 2016 Challenger 650, citing the Premier's frequent trips south of the border to, quote, help make the case against President Trump's tariffs. The Premier's office has confirmed the purchase. The opposition thinks it sends the wrong message. News of the purchase arrives just weeks after Ontario seized ownership of the downtown Toronto Billy Bishop Airport, with plans to extend the runway to allow for jet traffic. Sharing too much online can be dangerous, but people are often unaware that they are doing it. Now, a group of students in Montreal have developed an app that flags risks before posting. CTV's Sweeta Rassi explains.
Smile.
It's a perfectly ordinary photo of these teenage girls, but watch what happens when it goes through their app.
This image has a lot of risks.
Something you probably didn't even notice. The students have their school crest on their uniforms, and that small detail can be used by strangers online to figure out where they are. So the girls came up with a solution, an app called Safe Trace. Zinyi Zhang is the co-creator.
The AI analyzes potential risks and personal information that can be revealed from the image.
Built by these 5 students at the study, the app doesn't just flag the risks, it fixes them too. Using AI, it scans the pictures and alerts users to anything that could reveal locations or personal information. From there, it's up to the user to decide what they want to remove. And in seconds, the app provides the safe version of the photo.
Say you have a public account and you upload it, people can dox you because they can use this address and say, oh, you live on this street, you live in this city.
The students created the app as a way to prevent anyone from being a victim of doxing, which is the malicious act of sharing someone's private information online. According to the governments of Canada, women are more often targeted than men, and 1 in 3 young women have experienced some form of online harassment. Amalia Leogis is the director of IT.
My hope is that we can show that young girls can change the world.
A free app made by these students to keep all women safe. Sweeta Rassi, CTV News.
Well, still ahead on CTV News at 5. Disappointment for Rangers fans in Game 4, but their confidence remains high.
We have season tickets, so I'm always excited to go to the game. So I'm really looking forward to winning it at home.
A look at how hockey fans took in Game 4 back here at home and what's to come tonight. And here's what you need to know. Catch the KW Titans take on the Sudbury Five for Game 2 of their championship series. It's happening this Sunday afternoon at the Odd. Tip-off is at 3. Tickets can be found online or at the box office. We'll be right back. Full weather forecast. Tonight, Ashley is on the road at the Odd as the Kitchener Rangers are about to face off against the Sioux Greyhound in Game 5 of their best-of-7 series. Ashley.
That's right, Colton. It is a little quiet in here right now, but I'm sure the guys will be out on the ice warming up in no time. Puck drop just around 7 p.m. Of course, they played last night in the Sioux, flying home late to get back as quickly as they can to prepare for Game 5 tonight. I spoke with the Chief Operating Officer for the Kitchener Rangers, Joe Birch, a little earlier about that turnaround time. Here's what he had to say. All right, Joe, obviously we are going into Game 5 tonight here in your home barn. What would it mean to bring the win home while in Kitchener?
Well, I mean, it'd be amazing. We have such an incredible fan base that have been with us since day one at the start of the regular season. To provide that experience for them would be really tremendous. Our players have worked really hard. It's going to be a heck of a hockey team. The Sioux are really, really good. So it's going to be fun in here tonight. It's going to be rocking.
Now, last night, of course, they had a strong start in the game. Unfortunately, didn't go the way they wanted to go in the end. What did you like from the game? What didn't you like? What are your takeaways?
Yeah, you know what? I loved our start. We were really, really good for about a period and a half or so, and then we just sort of we just didn't finish the game the way that we wanted to play. But that's the sport, and we've won 7 of 8 of our past games, so we'll take 7 of 8 wins over every 8-game segment if you look at it that way. And I know that UC Ahokas and the coaching staff are going to have them all fired up, and the energy in the building is going to give us a little bit of extra energy, especially dealing with travel. But they're going to be ready to go. It's going to be an amazing hockey game.
You just sort of touched upon it, but a tight turnaround from last night's game all the way in Sault Ste. Marie here tonight. How are things feeling behind the scenes?
Good. We flew the players up on Monday, and then we flew back last night on a charter plane. So. You know, the overall travel on their body was an hour up and an hour back. They got back into their own beds here and back into the community around 12:30, and had the chance to roll out and sleep in their own beds and have a great meal and preparation. So both teams are dealing with it, and but we really like the way that we prepared them going into Sault Ste. Marie and certainly coming out.
Now, lastly, obviously this is Game 5. Is it too early to start thinking ahead to the next series, or are you taking one game at a time?
We're going to take one shift at a time, and we'll go from there.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Some great insight from Joe there, but let's get to the weather. A special weather statement still in effect from Environment Canada for today into tomorrow. We are looking at 10 to 20 millimeters of rain coming through. It is going to be a wet day. Let's take a look at the futurecast. Right now, beautiful skies in around southwestern Ontario. We are going to start to see some cloud cover come through the overnight, but by morning, a big system of rain is expected to make its way through and will linger throughout the area through most of the day. We will see a conversion potentially into flurries through the overnight as temperatures expected to dip below 0. Temperatures right now, though, very comfortable. 18 degrees in Waterloo region, 19 in London, 20 in Windsor. So very nice, above seasonal, will remain at least for the next few hours. Overnight, we're dipping down to 8 degrees, cloudy conditions with some foggy patches expected. Tomorrow, temperatures not so bad. We're looking at a 17-degree daytime high, 10 to 15 millimeters of rain with a risk of thunderstorms, but that's when things change. A cold front expected to move through by Saturday night, and it will get cooler and cooler into Sunday and Monday. Back in 2002, we reached 27 degrees as a record high. Not quite that warm today, but I'll take 20 degrees in April any day of the week. Looking at our first at 5 forecast for Waterloo Region, as I said, Sunday, we're going to go back to below seasonal temperatures for a couple of days. 4 degrees as a daytime high, expected -6 overnight. Potential for flurries on Monday and 2, but temperatures rebounding back to normal by Tuesday, Colton. So overall, conditions looking like a little bit of a roller coaster over the next few days, but what better way to spend the time in the arena outside of those conditions when we can?
That's very true, Ashley, and I know it's quiet right now, but I'm sure when we're back with you at 6 o'clock, it's going to be real loud. Thank you, Ashley. Okay, let's take a look at what's trending. And I know Ashley told you that the Titans played last night, but we haven't said whether they won. They did win Game 1 of the Basketball Super League Championship over the Sudbury 5, 113-104 at the odd, taking a 1-0 lead in the best-of-5 series. Game 2 is Sunday afternoon at the odd. If the series goes to a Game 5, it will be back at the odd on April 29th. Now, think about this. The hardwood was down at the odd when the Titans won last night. Then the rink crew watched the Kitchener Rangers lose in the Sioux and quickly had to get the ice back in order for tonight. But last night, before any of that happened, Rangers fans flooded Jack Astor's in Kitchener for the official away game watch party. Disappointed by the loss, the fans still excited for tonight.
Well, it was unfortunate that we lost, but I mean, we played a good game, definitely first and second. Third could have been a little bit better. In saying that, I mean, you know, we're still up 3-1, so. Oh, we'll be front row center watching in the auditorium as normal. Yeah, very proud of our team, and we're definitely going to take it tomorrow night.
We have season tickets, so I'm always excited to go to the game, so I'm really looking forward to winning it at home tomorrow, so I think that's even better.
So while there were some sad faces when the final buzzer sounded, again, plenty of positive energy that they hope to carry forward into tonight's home game. And so we know it's a quick turnaround for tonight's game in Kitchener. Both teams actually packing up boarding planes. I know Joe Birch mentioned that the Rangers boarded a plane, but so did the Sioux yesterday, and then flew into the region of Waterloo last night after the game. The Sioux posting this video online showing their Air Canada flight taking off last night. Both teams on separate flights, leaving Sault Ste. Marie after 11 last night and landing early at the region of Waterloo Airport just after midnight. Well, former Wilfrid Laurier University quarterback Taylor Elgersma is officially a Winnipeg Blue Bomber. The CFL club announced last night it had signed the former Wilfrid Laurier quarterback. Winnipeg selected the 6'5", 226-pound native of London in the second round, 18th overall in last year's CFL draft. Elgersma joins the Bombers after spending the first 3 weeks of the United Football League season with the Birmingham Stallions. However, he neither practiced with nor suited up for the club due to work visa issues. Analysts say Elgersma will be competing for the number 2 job in Winnipeg.
Terry Wilson is there. He's going into his 3rd CFL season, and Taylor Elgersma will be battling him for that number 2 job. And although Elgersma does not have any CFL experience, he does have professional experience that you alluded to in the 3 preseason games and the full training camp with the Packers last year. And of course, he's played 3-down football his entire life through his career at Wilfrid Laurier, which just means there's not going to be that adjustment to the 3-down game that almost every quarterback in the CFL goes through.
The Bombers' main training camp is set to start on May 10th. Well, still ahead on CTV News at 5, putting the memories to paper. Meet the grade 10 class archiving the stories of retired seniors in Cambridge. And here's what you need to know. Looking for something to do tonight? Head over to Maxwell's Concerts and Events for This Is Stan, the ultimate M&M tribute. Tickets are $25. Doors open at 7:30. We'll be right back.
Bounce 99.5 has the music you just can't quit. Home of Bounce Mornings with Angie Hill and Sarge. KW's Bounce 99.5. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app.
All right, in tonight's Digital Dive, Ford Motor Company is recalling approximately 144,000 Ford F-150 vehicles in Canada. The recall affects 2015 to 17 model year vehicles equipped with 6-speed automatic transmissions, showing issues that can lead to an unexpected downshift into a lower gear while the vehicle is in motion. For more on this, our online team has you covered. Just scan the QR code in the corner of your screen or go to ctvnewskitchener.ca. Time now to take a look at our final 5 stories we're following today. Canadians will be getting a break at the grocery store this summer. Ottawa will be paying out a one-time grocery benefit in early June. It's part of the government's new Canada Groceries and Essentials benefit, which will replace the current GST-HST credit. The Canada Revenue Agency Secretary of State cautioned Canadians that they must file their income tax return in order to be eligible for the refund. Amazon's new fuel surcharge is now in effect. The fee announced earlier this month will see sellers pay a 3.5% surcharge to have Amazon pick, pack, and deliver their goods. Air Canada says it's pausing some flights in response to the elevated cost of jet fuel. The airline says prices have doubled since the start of the Iran conflict, and some routes are no longer economic. Air Canada says those include flights from Toronto and Montreal to New York's JFK Airport. The Toronto Tempo and the City of Toronto have announced plans to develop a dedicated performance center for the new WNBA team at Exhibition Place. The facility will serve as both the team's high-performance training home and a community hub. It will feature 2 WNBA regulation-sized courts, advanced training and recovery spaces. The city says it will also improve access to recreation for residents. And finally, for us, grade 10 students from St. Benedict's Secondary School got a first-hand history lesson from seniors at a retirement community. The kids were paired with a resident who shared stories from their past, many involving the Second World War. Those stories were transformed into a modern-day textbook that the students presented to their senior earlier today. Regardless of age, everyone learns something new, and many of the friendships will last long after a final mark.
Learning about John was really exciting for me because we have a lot of similarities. He was an engineer when he was younger, which was amazing because I'm aspiring to be an engineer, a robotic engineer specifically, which apparently wasn't as popular at the time. But I think now it's kind of similar in a way, so in a way we could relate, and I think when I met him, it just kind of all clicked.
Well, coming up at 6, CTV's Karis Map will hear more from the people participating in the project. What a great idea. I'm excited to watch that at 6 o'clock, but that's our time. Thanks for watching. We'll have more local news at 6 o'clock, but first, here's CTV National News.